The Sea of Galilee could be a beautiful place, calm waters reflecting the sun like a mirror, but it could change in a moment. One night the disciples were in a boat crossing the sea. The wind began to howl. Waves crashed against their boat. The disciples were afraid. They were experienced fishermen, but this storm was terrifying. They were alone, and the boat was filling with water. The disciples struggled to keep the boat afloat. They bailed water and fought against the wind. They were losing hope. Where was Jesus? Then in the darkness they saw something. A figure was walking on the water, coming toward them. Imagine their fear. Who could it be? The disciples cried out in fear, thinking they were seeing a ghost. But then they heard a familiar voice. "Be of good cheer. It is I. Do not be afraid." It was Jesus. He stood calmly on the raging water. Peter, always bold, called out to Jesus, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." "Come," Jesus said. Peter stepped out of the boat and onto the water. But then Peter saw the wind and the waves. He took his eyes off Jesus. He became afraid and began to sink. "Lord, save me," he cried. Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught Peter. "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" he asked. They both climbed into the boat and the storm calmed. The disciples were amazed. They had seen Jesus do many miracles, but this was different. This miracle, walking on water, it wasn't just about the storm, it was about trust. Trust in Jesus, even when we are afraid, even when we don't understand. When we take our eyes off Jesus, we start to sink in our doubts. But when we keep our eyes on him, we can do the impossible, even walk on water.